Hi everyone, I'm Fiona, and this week in our Lent series we're looking at the subject of the cross and suffering. Today I've got just one verse to read from the book of Revelation, chapter 21. He, that's God, will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. I can't begin to imagine what Jesus went through on the cross. And I can't imagine either the kind of suffering that a lot of Christians go through in other countries. Compared with a lot of other places in the world, we are just so well off in having freedom in the UK as Christian believers. However little we may suffer for our faith though, we all live on this earth and we all know something of death and mourning and crying and pain simply as part of living here. In every situation of suffering, one of the things that makes it that bit more bearable is what we've just read. God's promise that gives us certainty that it isn't going to last forever. Now, this is a totally and completely trivial example, but over the years, when I've faced something difficult like a horrible exam or an interview I've been dreading, I've thought to myself, in a week's time, this will be over. And then, a few days later, in a day's time, this will be over. Then, even nearer, in a few hours' time, it will be over. It helps put things in perspective. There really is something coming after whatever I'm about to face, even though it's looming large in my life at that moment. And that is what this verse reminds us of. But this time we're talking about an eternal reality and an eternal perspective. Jesus, as God in human form, suffered and died for us. But God truly is God, and he has overcome death and suffering by that very cross and the resurrection that followed. As Graham Tomlin says in his book, suffering cannot pierce the very essence of God. It doesn't make it into the new heavens and the new earth. Whatever we may be going through, whether it's suffering for our faith or whether it's pain or sorrow in some other way, we have this promise. The old order of things, which is what we're living in now, will one day be gone forever. One day, God himself will be with us. We will be with God in a perfect and glorious eternity. Let's just pray to finish. Thank you so much, Lord, that you have conquered death. Thank you that one day there won't be any more crying or pain or sorrow. Thank you, we worship you, Lord. Amen.